Hey guys, what's up? Fan here again, and today I'm bringing you guys another video commentary slash guide. And today I'm going to be covering the hero that came out with this patch, and that's going to be the Lost Vikings. Lost Vikings is classified as a specialist, and it's very interesting because it's three heroes in one, and you can control them all separately. I've played maybe 3 or 4 games of Lost Vikings already, and I've kind of been thinking about the right way to play him, and I think I've come up with like a pretty decent way of playing him, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. Um, Now this is a ranked Hero League game, but I am playing with 4 other people here. Um, but other than that, the concept of Lost Vikings and how you should play it should pretty much remain the same. I really like playing this hero because, I did play StarCraft 2 for a long time, and I was GM in 2 races, Terran and Protoss, and I also did play the, what's it called? I played Meepo in Dota 2 for a very long time as well. I played Dota 2 or competitively for like 7 years, and played a lot of Meepo, so this hero is very similar to that one.
3, 2, 1. Kill! Fight! Spread my
Actually,
sword.
going to split my lanes here. Actually, no, I'm going with my original lanes. So, what I really want to do in the early game, I'm going to take Viking Hoard to level 1. What that does is it gives your Vikings 0.5 regen whenever you pick up a regen globe. And basically what you're going to do is, at least for what I'm going to do, I'm going to split up my Vikings here and try and get all the regen globes, right? So yeah, I'm just going to... And looking at the lanes right now, I can already see that mid lane is going to be a lane that's really easy for my team because it's Tassadar versus Nazeebo, and Tassadar completely wrecks that lane. Bottom lane should be won by us because technically it's 2v3, even though my third character is basically, hella weak. And
Heroes, night will fall in just a few moments.
looks like they actually killed my guy in like half a second there. Not sure how they managed to do that so quickly, but whatever. Only 0.25 deaths. Anyways, so the primary thing I'm going to be trying to do early game here is basically I'm going to be trying to grab all the health globes and getting my Vikings regen as high as possible. Basically this fixes a problem where, your Vikings will get chunked a lot of the time, and a lot of the time you're not going to have a well or be close to a well, right? So it's just really, really annoying because they have no way of healing if you don't get Viking Hoard. That was really good. Flip into the tower there by the Diablo. And we're gonna get that kill top pretty easily. I'm still looking for the health globes here. Just gonna soak the lanes with all my Vikings while my teammates here are, just look for that health globe, while my teammates are fighting for the plant seeds right now. Even if we lose the fight, since we're getting 3 lanes of soak, it should be fine. I'm gonna pull this guy back because it looks like there's quite a few heroes over there. Gonna get this health globe, go up top, start getting that health globe, and so far so good. I want that health globe. I'm gonna run up and grab it. I'm gonna back off with this guy, get this health globe, and yeah. So far so good. Level 4 is when I tend to start splitting my Vikings up differently. So level 4, when you get spin to win, this gives you a lot of good AoE damage, and the way I like to split up my Vikings after this is I keep number 1 and number 2 together. So that's Olaf and Balog, because Olaf is very tanky and Balog has an AoE attack, and for that reason they're actually pretty decent at clearing mercs. So basically after, Olaf has tanked a lot of damage, I switch the aggro onto the other one. And then I also tap the fountain if I still have it midway here. So once again, I basically have 1 Viking soaking a lane. I have number 3, Eric, soaking a lane, while I have number 1 and 2, doing merc camps here. Get that health globe, run away because he's trying to bully me out of lane. Alright, so we got that one pretty easily. I'm gonna move my squad down bottom now. Level 7, you get jump. I like jump because it gives you a lot of team fight utility. Alright, So basically here I'm going to start this camp with my 3 Vikings now. Once again, pretty much the same thing. When you're doing knights, you want to kill the caster minion first because it's the weakest one. So killing it first is always nice, and then just do your spin thing whenever you can, basically. After I have my Eric help him with a little bit, I'm just gonna have him go back into lane to soak here. This guy doesn't want me to soak, so I'm just gonna try and get him to yeah, so that guy's like really aggressively looking for my Vikings. He really doesn't want me to soak, so unfortunately for me, I'm gonna have to back off for a little bit. My Viking number 2 is pretty low right now, so I'm just gonna have him recall while I group these other 2 together, and I'm gonna send number 2 mid while I keep these 2 here to wave clear. Alright. So at this point we're pushing, no one's mid, so I'm sending my, that's the reason why I'm sending, Viking number 2 mid. And from now on I'm just going to call these Vikings by their numbers because it's easier for me. But you of course all know their names. I'm going to get this tower bottom here, and I'm going to back off now. The mid Viking is in a load of trouble, unfortunately. But I managed to get away just in time. I'm going to tap the wall there. And just chill for a while here. Alright, so now we're level 10. I'm gonna run away with these Vikings too because they're trying to gank them. Level 10, you basically want Longboat raid. And as soon as I hit level 10, I generally get all 3 of my Vikings, I start grouping up with them. I'm gonna try and body block this Illidan out here. Kill that Illidan fairly easily. And it looks like that guy's gonna be killed fairly easily too. I'm actually gonna start recalling with Viking number 3 here because we have a plant terror. And for the rest of them, I guess someone else took it, so I didn't need to take that, which is fine. I'm gonna regroup my Vikings once again here. So at level 10, you need, I believe, all your surviving Vikings nearby in order to use Longboat Great, and that's the primary reason why, I'd like to group as soon as I hit level 10. Because, once you have your Q, your W, and your Longboat raid, Vikings is actually pretty decent in 5v5 fights. The combo that I found to be most successful is I use Z offensively, and I'll show you guys if we get in a team fight here. But basically, I use Z to run up to them really fast, and then I Q them, and hopefully I have a Viking near all their heroes. And then when I'm about to die, or when I'm in a shitty spot, I'll just use W or Longboat raid to escape. Okay, so I think I missed my Q on everything there because I was trying to split them up and hit everything, but no big deal. I'm kind of just chilling here at the moment. My teammates that are diving like really hard here, and definitely don't agree with that one. So we're gonna back off after this. Level 13, you get Impatience as a virtue. It's basically battle momentum. And it's really good because the Lost Vikings cooldowns are pretty long. Spin to win is 12 seconds, jump is 20 seconds, and once you get your E, it's like 50 seconds or something ridiculous here. I think these guys are overextending a little bit. Like, Lost Vikings are not that weak. I'm gonna use Z here and just start kiting this Uther, and you can see the Uther just died. I'm gonna see if I can catch this guy as well. That guy also died there. And we killed another guy here. I'm gonna try and get over him to body block, but he leaped over my Vikings, so we're just gonna let him go there, no big deal. I'm gonna kill this fort while I'm at it. And at this point, we have camps up on the map, so once again, I'm gonna do the same type of rotation where, I'm just gonna press Z to get there faster. I like pressing Z a lot, it's kinda just like, get to places faster, more efficiently. I'll generally use it unless I'm certain I'm going to be fighting in like the next 10 seconds or something like that. So yeah, once I see there's camps up, I'm just going to do the same split here. Have my weak little Viking number 3 soaking the lane, and then have Vikings number 1 and 2 doing camps because you know, that combination is good at doing camps. Splash attack plus very tanky hero, right? So, and you can see at this point I have about 15 health regen a second. It's not that good, but it's not bad either. It is what it is, basically. Go ahead and capture this pant here, and I thought they needed my help there, but I guess not. So I'm gonna continue soaking. At this point, my team is 2 levels in the lead, so we have a pretty big advantage. Part of that is because of Vikings, but I didn't even soak that much this game, I think. Actually, never mind, I did soak quite a bit this game. So yeah, that's kind of just what Vikings does. I'm gonna move him in a position where he can hit both of these. Use the Q there, get this health globe, and finish up that camp. I'm gonna try and kill the enemy's fountain, and then just shift click the mage minion there so I can make sure to get that health globe when I can. Once again, I'm gonna go here, make sure the right guy is tanking, get this guy in a position where he can splash attack multiple people. Use Q whenever it's up, and I just missed that health globe unfortunately, but it should be fine. I can see Eric is dying on my minimap, so I'm gonna jump here, try to run, but unfortunately he used strafe and he managed to kill me there in the end. But that's the great thing about Vikings, right? Even if one of your Vikings dies, it's honestly not that big of a deal. It's only 0.25 deaths, and Eric was down there for like, you know, two minutes or something, soaking free experience. So, you know, the risk to reward ratio is very, very worth it in my opinion. Alright. So now I'm going to be grouping up again. We hit the level 16 power spike, so what we really want to do right now is fight. So I'm running my Vikings up as fast as I can here. I'm going to try and kill this guy. I'm going to split my Vikings up so he doesn't have anywhere to go here. And we managed to secure that kill on him. Just gonna chase this guy out here. At this point, each of my Vikings has like 18 regen a second, so a little bit of poke on any of them is not gonna matter whatsoever. I'm gonna try and body block this guy with the 3 Vikings. He just used Q. Didn't quite manage to do it, but oh no, Viking number 3 and 2 are going crazy. Need to back off real quick there. Just use some Q to harass them. My regen is you know, higher than most of theirs, so if we just trade harassment, I really don't care, because my Vikings are just going to be back up to full in no time. And at this point I'm just following my plants around, kind of chilling, using Q to harass them whenever I can. Don't forget, we also got Impatience as a virtue at level 13, which is effectively battle momentum, right? So using Q is you know, perfectly fine, because you're going to have it up in no time. Alright, so here I'm going to back off a little bit because my Q is down. But as soon as my Q is up, I'm just going to run in there, Q, try and focus the guy down. And, you know, I lost the Viking there before I could Longboat raid, unfortunately. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Because the great thing about Longboat raid is, and I'm going to jump here to avoid dying to the fort. But like I was saying, the great thing about Longboat raid is that even if you don't have all 3 Vikings, you can do it, which I think is a bit too strong. The only thing that changes is the HP of the Longboat. And that's really not that big of a deal, because the HP of the Longboat kind of sucks no matter how many Vikings you have in it. You know, I think it's a really big deal that you can Longboat even with 2 or 1 Vikings. Basically, as long as all your surviving Vikings are near one another, you can use that ult, so it's a really good ult. And at this point, we're kind of like ending the game here. Just kiting with my Vikings. I still have jump, so I really don't care if they focus me. I'm gonna run up here, kill the Illidan with the Q, try and body block this guy with my double Vikings, kill him, and yeah, at this point, the game is pretty much over. And you know, looking at the score screen here, so I had 21k damage, pretty much same as Tassadar, which is, you know, it's not amazing, but it's okay. 86k siege damage, which is, you know, pretty high in my opinion. And of course, the main factor of picking Lost Vikings is your XP contribution, which I had almost 30k, you know, which was substantially higher than everyone else. So in my opinion, that's kind of the best way of playing Lost Vikings, at least right now. So, from minute 0 to minute like 2 or 3, you basically sit in lane, grab every health globe you can, and after minute 3, what I like to do is I like to take Viking number 1 and 2, and I like to start doing merc camps with them, starting with the ogre camps, the easy camps. After you do the easy camp, you can go do the hard camp. Sometimes the hard camp requires all 3 of your Vikings or another teammate to help you, or like a well tap in the middle of it. But it's still overall pretty easy to manage. And then, after you do all your camps, you should be pretty close to level 10. And when you're level 10, you can either, get all your Vikings together in order to do the team fighting with the Longboat, or you can, continuously split them up. It just depends on whatever you want that game. Generally, I find that team fighting is more successful, but you never know. So that's about it for this video. The people you see I'm playing with right now is actually my Team Barrel Boys. We're doing really well. If you want to follow us, feel free to follow at Barrel Boys HOTS. But other than that, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. And thanks for watching, guys, and definitely subscribe to the channel. There's going to be lots of awesome guides coming out in the future. So that'll be it for today, and I will see you guys next time.